Hi, my name is Ryan Connors. I'm Vice President, Field Operation, PipeSak Pipeline Products. Here today to talk about the proper way to fill PipeSak QuickFill weight for larger quantity projects. Now before we start into how to fill them, you gotta have the right setup. And to start, you need proper machinery. You need an excavator that's not too big, not too small. A nice rule of thumb is to use one with a bucket that's slightly narrower than the weight you're filling. The second piece you're gonna need is either a rubber tire loader or a skid steer with bucket and forks. Now the forks will be used to take the bag away from the filling station over to the stockpile. The bucket, well, you're just gonna use that to buck up the material. Now, the second thing you're gonna need is 2 filling frames with corresponding pipe. Now the pipe, you can either use corrugated, plastic, doesn't matter. It's just got a diameter, has to match the bag. And pipe, by using the pipe, it will help keep the bag from collapsing in on itself. Lastly, you're gonna need 3 laborers. Minimum 3 laborers, maximum 3 laborers. 2 will put the bag on. The third one will prep the bag for transport. Now that we've shown you what you need for a proper setup, we'll show you how to fill the bag properly. Now the first step is to fully open the bag. Now by fully opening the bag, you're opening with the feet, which once you fill the bag, will allow it to be properly filled. Now the second step is to put the bag on the frame. Pretty simple. You'll notice there's 10 white straps per bag. You're gonna loop the corner support straps around the corner braces on the frame. Now you notice there's 2 straps, 2 yellow straps. There has to be 2 on each side. If there isn't, the bag won't fill properly and you have to throw it out. Now a little tip to make sure this happens is you notice we wrap the yellow straps around the support frame. The final step is to lace the remaining 3 support straps around the support rod. Now the final step is to actually fill the bag. Now you want to fill one side, then the next. That'll ensure equal distribution of the fill material. And with no hopper, you're not really sure of how to gauge the amount of material. A good tip is once you've weighed enough weights and you've got a nice level, you can mark with paint or chalk a mark on the hopper, on the bucket that would allow the operator a gauge on where to fill his bucket. Now once the bag is filled, you're going to release the bag from the frame. You do that by cutting all the white support straps. Now to tie off the duffel top, you're going to want to loop the drawstring around the tooth of the bucket or a hook on the bucket, and that'll close the bag. Tie off the bag. Now it's ready for transport. Taking the bag from fill station to stockpile. Now while you're initially removing it, make sure your forks are flat so the bag doesn't slide back to the elbow. Once the bag is safely away, set the bag down and make sure all the straps go to the back elbow of the forks. If they don't, that could lead to an unsafe situation of the bag sliding back on the force, the friction, cutting the bag failing. Now in conclusion, this is the proper setup for projects 500 weights or larger. Now for projects under 500 weights, it modifies a little bit. With smaller weight, with smaller quantities, you can get away with 2 skid steers, 1 with a bucket, 1 in forks, and only 1 to 2 men. Thank you, and NPS tips and tricks video to come.